going on, guys? Looking at the science for today. What you're going to do is you're going to use this chart to identify all the aliens. So you're going to do one alien at a time. Okay. So I look at alien number one. Okay. Look at alien number one on your sheet. This is how you do it. So it says, A, does alien number one have a large, wide head, or do they have a small, narrow head? So I look at number one. I would say that's a small and narrow head, right? So then the instructions say if I selected that choice, so I look, it says the creature has a small, narrow head. So then I look at what it says next. It says, skip everything, go to 11. Look, see if we can get it on there. It says go to number 11. That means I don't look at any other rules. I just go to number 11 because this is going to help me find its name. So I go to question 11. It says the creature has no antenna. That's A. Or B, the creature has an antenna. So I look at it. What do you think? You see the antenna? Right there? So I'm going to say, yes, it has an antenna. So let me see what it tells me to do next. It says, okay, 11. The creature has an antenna. Then it tells me to skip everything and go to number 14. So I'm headed to 14. It says the creature has two eyes, A, or the creature has one eye, B. So I look at it. You look at it. How many eyes does number one have? Two eyes. So I go to two eyes. Let's see. Creature has two eyes. Now it tells me to go to number 15. The creature has a mouth. The creature has no mouth. I look. What do you think? I would call that a mouth, right? I would say it's a mouth. So I'm going to say, yes, the creature has a mouth. Go to 16. There are spikes on its left leg. There are no spikes at all. Let's look. You see the leg? That's his left leg. Do you see spikes on its left leg right here? I say, yes, there are spikes on the left leg. So the answer to that question is yes. And now it doesn't give me any instructions. It gives me the name. The name for this alien is Naros Portas. Naros Portas. It tells you right there. Where is it? Where'd you go? Spikes on the left leg. Where's that? Okay, there it is right there. And that's how you determine that alien's name. So now what happens, and Adonis, you said it's like a map. It is like a map. You're taking one informational clue and go to, you're actually like a detective. You get to be a detective 20 times. So what you do, you know the answer to number one now. Now you go on to number two. Okay, and then you start, every single one of these guys starts with question one. And you go through the chart, and they will tell you where to go. And eventually, every one of these guys will have a final name. And then you're going to go to the Google Docs that I have on that same page, the assignment page, and type in the name. And then when you're done, tell me that you're done, and it's all good to go. Are there any questions? Anyone who just watched this? If you have any questions real quick before I log off. Looks good? We look good? Okay. So it's always a little bit behind my comment station. So, all right. So if you have any questions otherwise, let me know. I'm on the computer now. My kids are going to be working right there. So I'll be able to jump on real quick if there's anything that you need. All right. I hope this YouTube Live is helping. It's at least enjoyable. So signing off. Iron Man. I think that's Spock, but I'm not a superhero guy. So I'll see you later. Julia, what are you waiting for? What are you still confused about? I'm logging off. You had 10 minutes to say something. What question are you confused on, Julia? This is my life as a teacher right here. This is it right here. Logging off, all done, and then the hand goes up. Yeah, Julia, we're all waiting anxiously for what you're not getting. Come on, spit it out. What number? What alien? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on, Julia. We're waiting. We want to help you. Julia, please tell us what you need help on. Now, if you knew Julia, you know she's one of the greatest kids on the planet. So we have lots of fun with her. Let's see. How do you figure out the rest other than what? Julia, after then you do the same map for every single alien. You start with your chart for every single alien. Every single one, you do the same exact thing. You just answer the question. It's either going to be yes, it has eyes. No, it doesn't have eyes. Yes, it has spikes on the left leg. No, it doesn't have spikes on his left leg. Whatever you want to do, but every single chart. Julia, everybody, let's go to number 2. Julia, you have your paperwork out? Let's go to the second alien, okay? Yes? You have to type. You can't answer. I can't hear you. So type yes if you're hearing me, that you have number 2 ready so we can get through this. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Now, question 1, you start with 1. Does it have a large, wide head or does it have a small head? So you tell me, Julia, does it have a large head, number 2, right there? A long, wide head or a short, narrow head? What do you think? Long or short? You tell me. Wide or long? Tell me what you think for number 2. What does it have? You answer it in the bank, please. You don't write it on the worksheet, Isabella. There's a Google document attached. You'll see it. Have your notes. Write your notes down. And when you're done, type it all in together. Okay, Julia, yes. So now look, Julia, it says if it has a wide head, look, it says go to number 2, right? So then you go to the second question on the grid, and it says, does it have 3 eyes or does it have 2 eyes? Julia, how many eyes does this creature have? Bobby, the legs are on the side. Julia, how many eyes? Come on. I don't need Ryan to answer. I need Julia to answer. Julia, how many eyes? Thank you. Okay, so Julia, it then says, what does it say? Go to number 3. So then you go to the third rule. It says there is a star in the middle of its chest, or there is no star in the middle of its chest. So look at this. Is there a star in its middle of its chest? Yes or no? Yes or no? We're waiting on Julia to confirm either yes or no. Julia, I think we can agree that that is some kind of star, wouldn't you? Don't you think that's what do you think that is? I think that's a star. That's a star. So that answer is yes also. Do you see any other stars in any of the creatures? So the answer is yes, that is a star. Remember, it's not a perfect star in the sky or that you draw, but it is a star. It has the points coming out of it. So I'm going to say yes to that. So then it says go to number 4. What? Isabella, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Isabella, you're going through this chart in your head, yes or no, and then you're going down to the questions. And once you finally get to the name, That's what you write down. That's it. There's no yes or no on the document. You're just writing the name. That's it. So the last question we're on, can we stick to what we're doing here? Julia, we said yes to the star. So now that tells us to go to number 4. Does the creature has hair spikes? The creature has no hair spikes. Let's look. Does this creature have hair spikes? Yes or no? Spikes. I guess these are spikes all over. You know, this guy's number 2. Does he have any spikes, number 2? Bobby, you think number 2 has spikes, Bobby? Number 2, Bob? You think this guy has spikes? Look at this guy. This guy's got spikes. Does this guy got spikes? He doesn't have spikes. No. So the answer, Julia, good job, is no. Oh, good job, Isabel. I'm glad you get it. So the answer to that question was no. So then it says go to 5. Here we go. Now, listen, good news is this is going to tell its name. The bottom of the creature is an arch shape or is an M shape. So let's look. Number 2, is it an arch, the bottom, or is it an M? Just write arch or M. Is this the letter M or is it an arch? Yes. It's an arch. So, because it's an arch, it says the bottom of the creature is an arch shaped and it gives us the name. Julia, do you see the name that's next to it? That would be the alien's scientific name. And you would write that on the Google Doc. Bobby, what are you saying no to, Bob? Okay. Julia, do you think you got it? Isabella, do you think you got it? If somebody doesn't get anything, you have to let me know now because I'm logging off on this. And if you're having trouble, go back to YouTube. Remember, now for the third guy, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to start with question 1. Question 1 every time starts with question 1, and then you answer yes or no, and it tells you which way to go. It tells you which way to go, and then you can figure it out. It's kind of fun. Don't stress it out. Have fun. Have fun. And just write the scientific name on the Google Doc. If you could do that, it's great. But guess what? If you can't do it and you get some wrong, you're going to be okay. This is just for fun. Don't tell anybody. School could be fun too. Shh. Isabel, I hope you had the best birthday ever. I hope you guys are going to show me some crazy hats. And we'll go from there. Okay, guys? I look forward to seeing you later today. If there's any other questions, you let me know. Math, remember, we're moving the decimal. It seems to be easier. I was wondering what was going on, Julia. Thank you for clearing that up. All right. I'm going to leave. I'll see you later. Enjoy your breakfast. Go eat something. And good luck with Raz Kids today. Log on Learning A to Z, and each one of you has a different book to read. All right. Well, some of them are the same, but a lot of you have different assignments. All right. I'll talk to you later.